All right. Jay Baba, folks, we are continuing with the story of Carrie Ben Shammai, uh, written out by Etzion Becker. Okay, and he says, I met Carrie. Shall I read it or anybody else want?
You better than I am.
You think? Okay. I met Carrie during 1972 through Elon, whom I met in a spiritual meeting, and one day he suggested that I should meet a woman in Jerusalem. As soon as I entered her lavish Baba room and gazed at Baba's picture, he made me know in a split second who he is, the highest of the high, my ultimate beloved. During 1979, Mayer, who was Carrie's husband, died, and Carrie's health was deteriorating. She ordered me to take her to India, where she met her loved ones the last time. The fire of her love for Baba was consuming her body. Soon after her return to Israel, she stopped walking. Something was consuming slowly her body from bottom up, and no medical treatment helped. This jovial, fiery, dancing person became confined to a wheelchair till the end of her life. I spent a very intense year with her till she was forced to leave her apartment because her legs became paralyzed and she was admitted to an old age home, an Orthodox institution, of course. When I came to collect the contents of her Baba room to my place, her adopted son ordered me to take all that stuff right away or else he would throw it all to the street. Unfortunately, the book that Baba signed got lost or maybe was given away. It felt like a great loss. The closest remnant of Baba's presence, second only to his very personal presence. There was no one with whom to share Baba's love. For all the people she shared Baba's love with, disappeared. And to sum it up, Elon, who introduced me to Carrie and helped me so much at that time, because I didn't know English, as soon as he heard that Baba's center came to me, he called and asked me to come to his flat in Tel Aviv. Then he gave me all his Baba material, indicated he needed a living master and couldn't do with a departed one. So what was left to be done? Excuse me. What I was capable of was to translate Baba books and deliver them to the public. So during 1982, the first book was published. It was a part of Sobs and Throbs, where I concentrated on the story of Ali, an example of dedication to the master no matter what. This was sent to all the libraries in Israel, and a few people were touched by it. Meanwhile, I was visiting Carrie quite often in her home, and while Baba allowed her to gulp the cup of suffering to the brim, her slightest wish was being fulfilled promptly. As Baba himself said, I dare not, care not for my lovers. Again and again we talked about the discourses, and she gave me a few instructions concerning them. I read the discourses many times. I checked Mayer's translation, which was done in a very archaic Hebrew. And I came to the conclusion that it is not possible to translate into Hebrew. And it is best the people study it in English in order to read the discourses. But finally, during 1984, I decided to give it a try. But it was such an ordeal, as if I had to plow a field that is strewn with heavy boulders. So I cried to Baba and said to him, Baba, it is impossible. Greater men than I tried and did not succeed. Then Baba turned his key and said, you can translate 3 words a day. Translate them literally as they come. Sounded crazy to me, but when I tried to escape his 3 words, he let me feel his displeasure. The worst types of hell are but a shadow of Baba's displeasure. But why displease love? So on I went, slowly but surely, and the 3 words became 3 sentences, and even more, and the big boulders were grounded slowly and became small rocks. And during the years, the rocks became smaller and smaller until they became like fine sand. and the work itself became real fun. Well, that is a great description, Ezio. You're very, very, you were very descriptive. During 1986, I saw Carrie for the last time, 2 months before she passed away. It was almost impossible to communicate with her till the topic shifted to Baba. Then all of a sudden, Carrie became her old self again, fully present, fiery and radiant as always, to my utter astonishment. Dear Carrie passed away on October 27th, 1986, a brave Baba soldier till the end. Can I ask you, Etzion, what do
Yes,
you know what disease did she have? Was it ALS or
I was not told. Their muscles, it was a muscular deterioration, I believe.
and it started at her legs and it worked up from
Yes, because I was escorting her to physicians, and she tried the alternative medicine, and I shared healing with her, and I knew that there is a reason behind it. Because what was with Carrie, she was too fiery, and she didn't have. I told you in the beginning that I have never told her till the end the news that Baba is an avatar. All the time she was complaining why Baba brought her somebody who is not a Baba lover.
oh no.
That's Baba and his jokes, because she was talking all the time. She didn't have the capacity of listening. So Baba made her eventually. She couldn't speak the past year or before she passed away. A year or two, she hardly could speak. So she had to listen. I don't know. That's Baba and his games. What is behind the veil, we don't know.
Oh, you didn't
But
how long
yes,
did you wait? You did tell her finally, yeah, that you believed.
no, no, I never told her. Never came to this.
Okay.
But but there were so many signs behind. A person who is taking care of her a full year, working like her personal attendant, servant, taking her to India,
Right.
obeying whatever she's saying, taking care of the center and everything. And she didn't know what's really going on behind this. And to prove it, when after I took the center, she went to temporarily to a home in East Jerusalem. It doesn't matter the location, I don't remember exactly, but it was not. We have the West Jerusalem, the Jewish side, and the Arabic side. So she went to a home which was located on the Arabic side, but I don't know if it was an Arabic institution. I don't think so. It doesn't matter. And then later on, I got a story that she was in communication with Elizabeth Patterson. And Elizabeth, I don't know if Elizabeth was still around, 79. I don't remember. Maybe yes. I think so. Yes, she was, I think. And she sent somebody to visit Kerry. And this person came there. He presumably found the location. I have it recorded somewhere. His name, I got a letter from him. He told me his story. I don't remember his name. I can find it later.
I'm gonna show
And
you. Sorry. I want to see your face. I'll go back to it. I'll read. I just want to
no problem.
tell me.
He he found Carrie in that particular home, temporary home, and he came to her. And as soon as he came to her room, she prostrated before him, crying that Baba didn't forget me eventually.
Wow.
Can you believe this? And she was all the time being looked after. I was, I was coming to see her twice a day for a full year. Then I took her to India. And when she came back to India, then we had to put her in a home. I didn't, the family did, etc. Yeah, but it's a peculiar story.
What was her relationship with this person, this man?
Um, I have to remind myself to. He was a Westerner from the United States. He
Baba.
was sent. He visited Israel and was instructed by Elizabeth to visit Carrie. This was a story.
Oh,
Elizabeth and Adele Walkin were the main supporters of Carrie. Under Baba's meticulous instructions, they really to the last cent. Everything Baba had to know what's going on in Israel, whatever, how many books were sent. Everything had to go through the office of RDK, and everything was being reported to Baba. Whatsoever was going on with Kerry, like many instances with other people of Baba, everything had to be reported to his personal attention.
okay.
And she got a letter of instructions from Baba to do all kinds of things like exercise, to keep silence, or to keep this, and a few things. I don't know what happened to this. What I also have been doing over the years, I communicating the archive in Meherabad to get the letters that Kerry sent to Baba. Then, because I have the letters Kerry received from Baba through money and ADK, and also the few personal notes from Baba himself. And now I already got a bunch of letters that Kerry sent, so I could overlap
Oh,
the communication. So I have the both sides of the communications. So that, and it's still working on it. I got a few years because it's from 56 till 69 till Baba passed away, and later on. This will be important for the historical documentation on what was going on here and Baba's special attention for Kerry and Israel.
yeah, absolutely. You are the right person. Your website is beautiful. It's a great archive. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we go back to reading. Yeah.
Okay, continue with it.
Uh, okay. I continued a brave Baba Sojo till the end. That's a great comment. I continued the translation and it was accomplished during 1991. According to Carrie's instructions, I had to find a professional editor to compare the Hebrew translation with the original English. And this was required also by Don Stevens. A few experts gave me their estimations, but they were very high, over $10,000. Finally, my old editor, Dr. Yoram Beck, agreed to do the job for $5,000. Very high, especially after the Gulf War, when the entire country was in a severe depression. But Baba's work must continue even slowly. So we started with one chapter each month. And jokingly, I said to them that maybe I'll build them a room instead of paying with money. Then, after 3 months or so, Dr. Beck asked me to look at something under his house. It's a big stone house on the slope of a hill, and under the house, it was all dug out. So there was a space for a 90 square meter flat. I did the job, and also the neighbors wanted the same kind of work. So what happened was that everything was fully paid within 5 months, and I had the chance to earn some money. That's great. During 1994, all came to completion. Since Baba's work became real fun, I felt like continuing the momentum. I searched through the Baba library, and the first book which popped into my hand was Stay with God by Francis Brabazon. I never opened it before, and when I started leafing through it, I discovered to my utter astonishment Baba's original signature. What a cunning trickery. He kept his signature hidden all these years and revealed it at the right moment. Since 1994, Baba has turned his key for Israel and made himself known throughout the country, using all means of media, TV, newspapers, and personal inspiration. How do you have that Stay with God handy enough to show us the Baba's inscription or
Yeah,
not?
I have to go and bring it. It'll take me a minute. Shall I?
A minute? Yeah, sure.
Less than a minute. I'll
Okay.
bring it.
Oh,
I'm simply outside in the garden. It'll take
okay.
less than a minute.
Okay. Oops, you got half an hour, Huey. Just letting you know. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'll call you when it's time. Oh. Hi, Lupier. How do you, Lupier? Yeah? I hope Lupi?
Hi,
Jeba,
Betty.
how are you? Now, where are you? Are you in Cairo? Egypt, Cairo? Yeah? Is that right? You're in Cairo now? Can you hear me? No, I don't think so. Ooh, this is gonna be, we have to see this. Let's see. Okay, Baba's original signature. Okay, we are. That's you so deserve that, Etzion, to have that beautiful that signature, that book. Wonderful. You a lot of hard work you have done.
This,
Oh wow.
see this box?
Yes. Uh-huh.
This is the sacred box of Baba,
Yeah.
where
Oh.
I keep all the Baba treasures here. And here are all kinds of little things.
Yeah. Oh, show us. We can.
This is some material from his body.
Really? You mean
Yeah.
like Sadra or something?
No, we don't have a sadra. Locket of hair, pieces of wood, of all kinds of things. Some. This
Yeah.
is from the after Baba's passing. They distributed it to the center, to the various centers, and this is this fabric is a piece of fabric
Yeah. Okay.
covering Baba's body in the tomb.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, you keep it so nicely, Etzion. That's wonderful. Yeah.
And what else I have here? The letters of Mera in the box. All kinds of things which I decided are special. Of course, everything is special, but this is a book. Of course, I keep it together with all the special things.
Can you spotlight Etzion?
Sorry,
Okay.
what do you say?
They put you on spotlight. Yeah. Spotlighted. Yeah.
This is a book, Stay with God, and it's a kind of not in such a great shape.
It's hard to now.
It's written with love, with the signature of Francis. I put some plastic for preservation, or as I was told, or whatever. Then I opened the book, and it is.
Okay, tilt it. We can't quite see. It's too much. Let's see. Tilt it. We wait. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the light, you can see.
Yes.
This is a.
Uh-huh.
It's a real handwriting. Is a very handwriting. This is not photocopy.
Right.
The real original handwriting. And just only he signed a few of these books of the Stay with God and distributed it. How many copies they made? I don't know, a few hundreds. I don't know. Baba used to do such things. Also in the center, what I received, presumably many items that were touched by Baba before they were sent to Israel.
Can you show us Francis? What Francis wrote? Can you show us what Francis signature again? What did he say? With love?
With love, India, December 1959. I don't know if you can see it.
Let's see. How does it? How see if you try tilting it? No, Oh, it's not coming through very well. Oh, well.
It's not with love, with printed letters, Francis, India, December 1959.
That's good.
So
Thank
she
you.
went to India at 59. How many times she went to India, I don't know.
Can you put it up closer to your camera? That might help because of the resolution of your video stream.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. Show up. Oh, there it is. Francis. Yeah, India.
Good. Now we can see it. Hold it still.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There it is.
Very nice.
Lovely. Okay.
That worked.
And that was just a surprise, right? You were going through her book. And yeah, okay. Now lift up. There it is. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nice.
MS Irani. This is a big Baba treasure of Israel.
Wow. Wow.
You know, this is his second to his physical presence. That's the way I see his signature. Because we have pieces of all kinds of things, but this is, to my humble understanding, this is the closest to his being.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, we all have a bit of hair. I'm sure you have hair.
Yeah, we have hair, we have a few little things here and there. Not too much, not too many, but it's good enough. I personally never made any. I don't worship it. I preserve it.
Oh no, it's absolutely special. Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely very special to have. It's for Israel. It seems part of the Baba Center, and it's there. One day somebody will have to take it over. Whom I don't know it. Whatever it's going to be, will be. That's his business.
Beautiful. I hope that things are better in that day, calmer, more peace. Peace. I hope there's peace in that countryside one day.
Here,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
Not,
We'll
not
see.
for the time being. I don't see it. It'll take some time.
Not for the time being, that's but one day. One day.
We're trying, you see, we hate wars, all of us. One of the reasons for this catastrophe during October, well, we don't want to, all the time you have to be alert, all the time you have to be centered, and we want to have fun, we want to relax, enjoy ourselves. So for years they were bribing these Hamas people who declared openly from the very beginning, many years ago, 100 years ago, that they want to exterminate all the Jews in Israel and the world. This is in the Hamas covenant. This is a Islam Brotherhood. Not everybody in the Islam thinks like this. We spoke about this. I don't want to repeat it. It doesn't matter. Some of us don't like it, but this is an issue with Islam that they have to wake up from this illusion, all this fantasy of taking over the world and impose this kind of a doctrine, which, to my humble understanding, they quite obviously to me, from what I understood, since I have had have the direct experience of Baba's love, such a beloved cannot give such a doctrine of raping and murdering people as a system, which they have been doing all the years. And if you want to know what Islam is standing for, just in front of Vilus, you know Villa Vilu,
Yeah.
Ahmed Nagar, Villa Vilu, just on the other side of the villa, you just cross the road, there is a Sikh temple from the Sikkim. You know, we have a representative in Mehrabad of the Sikh community, forgot his name. They come to do the artists over the years. You remembers her name. He's not here at the moment. And this temple is dedicated for
The name of
Sikh
what?
Name of the two Sikh people who take care of the samadhi and the artists in the,
Yeah, Hardeep and Indra.
yes, Hardip in India, thank you. So what I was saying is that in front of Vilus, there is a Sikh temple dedicated to the Sikh Holocaust by Islam. You just have to go and see the graphic pictures there from 200-300 years ago. Horrendous. This is the way of the Lord. I don't know. I don't know what
No.
went wrong there. Something got wrong from the very beginning, and these are the two. All these three advents, the past 3,000-4,000 years, something went very wrong with all of them. And we have to learn from all this. It's very important for us to assimilate what happened. But we so far we are doing pretty good. We didn't start any new religion. We didn't conquer all 50 years after Muhammad, they conquered the entire Middle East, Islam. It's tremendous loss of lives. Unbelievable what was going on. It's well recorded. We don't know if Muhammad existed or what he did. These are legends, but what happened later, it's very well recorded.
Yeah, Baba said he existed. He had to exist. I don't think that's
Okay, we speak from the stance that we know that Muhammad was an avatar.
Yeah.
We know Muhammad better than the Muslims. Muslims would never agree to what we are saying. That he was a divine incarnation. They call him a prophet. A prophet is not a divine incarnation, but a messenger. That's the rule of a prophet. That's the way they think. The truth is that all the prophets are divine incarnations till a certain degree. Like all of us are divine incarnations, but in this religion, other religions, you cannot say such a thing that we are all of us divine incarnations. But through us, Godhood is being revealed in a very fractionary. And only when we work together, we play the symphony. That's the role of humanity, to learn to work together to produce a symphony. And this we totally forgot.
Can we get back to the reading now? I think we're almost done. Yeah.
I think we did, or we have a few lines left.
They're not quite finished. Let's see here. All right. You said, I searched through the Bible library. First book which popped into my hand was Stay with God by Francis Brabazon. I never opened it before, and when I started leafing through it, I discovered to my utter astonishment Baba's original signature. What a cunning trickery. He kept his signature hidden all these years and revealed it at the right moment. Since 1994, Baba has turned his key for Israel and made himself known throughout the country using all means of media, TV, newspapers, and personal inspiration. The discourses are coming these days to their final completion. What else shall I tell you, folks? Living with Baba is a constant wonder. On each sentence above, I can write a book. Serving Baba is a lifelong mission without ends, no moment of employment, not a moment of boredom. Jai Baba. Etzion Becker, 1998. Also contributed Max Siebert, Memoirs, Tamir Basin, Computers, Mikhail Sivan, Comments, Kendra Cross and Burroughs, English Editing. All right, so that's the section Carrie that we heard live. And okay.
This article was published in the brochure of Diana Snow, and I think in the Glow International also it was published, if I'm not wrong. It was published in a few places. And now what happened after 1994, Baba turned his key supposedly. The discourses were published finally 2004 or 5, 10 years later. And meanwhile, I was making a homemade prints with a homemade printer. I didn't go to the press, it was too expensive. And also it took me still, I kept on working on it and preparing it for print I did the layout with the InDesign program and Photoshop. I was studying how to print books. Instead of spending all Baba's money on one book, spending $11,000 on a book, which I knew that it will die on the shelves and nobody wants it, as it happened. Eventually, I printed the book, and I don't know if I sold 5 copies. 100 Baba lovers went to India, but they're not interested. So that's what it is. So there is a mosquito here. Personally, I don't care because my training has been that I have no anticipation for anything. I'm just working just the same as a pen has no idea whatsoever what it is writing. That's the way I'm doing the work which was given to me. I don't know what is going to be. I don't care about results. People come. If they don't come, it's none of my business. It's the business of the big boss. He runs his show. Now, what happened after, the truth, what happened after this, during the mid-90s, a few things did happen. There was a meditation group. I think I told it in the past. We can say it again to complete the story a little bit. There was a group of meditation, which was initiated in Britain by one David Cousins. He was a mystic, and he was declared as God realized eventually, and his agent in Israel was a sixth plane master, supposedly. Some Babalawers were attracted to all this, and they developed quite a nice group of a few 30 people at least, maybe more, in Israel. And they went to Meirabad in 1995, I think. They called me, one of them, wanted directions how to get to Meirabad. And of course, I told them what to do. And they came. Mani was very impressed by the group. Very nice people, real darlings, all of them. Real, very nice people. But what Mani didn't know, which I knew at that time, because I was given the book of David Cousins, that there are 5 aspects of the avatar, and Meir Baba one of them. The other aspects were Babaji. This is an older story that he lived a few thousands of years, and also Satya Sai Baba. So from Meirabad, they went to Satya, to my knowledge. Mani, of course, didn't know it, but Mani was very pleased. At last, we have a Baba group in Israel. Now, since 2000, a couple of 2-3 years after I wrote this thing, 98, all my connections with them came to an end till now. I don't know what's going on with them. I have no communication with almost with nobody. The only one that still communicates sometimes is Michal, or during the here and there I see her in the Zoom meetings. We met a few times before the Corona, and after the Corona, or during this, I offered the Zoom meetings. People don't to meet even during Zoom meetings. They do whatever they think they should do. I don't interfere. I'm not the spiritual guide of anyone.
Are you
Yes.
saying this other group from Israel went to Meribah, met Mani,
Yes.
but then they went on to see another master or two?
They went to Satya Sai Baba, to his center, because he's also an avatar, and understood that some not so pleasant experience. This is what I understood from what I heard. Or the head group wrote a book, and I read the book. It's not a book of six plane master. And there are all kinds of things were going on with these people. I don't know.
Okay,
And it
so
was based on money. You had to pay money to be a member, and I was offered to be her disciple, and I was very politely said, "Oh, I said I have my own master, and I'm not looking for any." the highest master in the universe. What else do you need? Human being. was funny. I took everything lightly. I didn't care. I didn't have, since I don't have any expectations from anything, I don't have any disappointments. I simply keep on working consistently. But what happened also during the mid-90s, a blind man from a city a little bit south of Tel Aviv, adjacent to Tel Aviv, we call it Holon. He presumably found my book, The Story of Ali, or something else, or maybe more books here and there, because I was distributing the books which are printed in the New Age bookstores in Israel. So he ran Baba meetings at his home. And after a few years, we used to have a close communication until he passed away a couple of years ago. Michal knows him very well. She met him many times, of course. And eventually this man introduced me to the Theosophical Society because they were looking for somebody to translate the Secret Doctrine of Blavatsky. And this is a very big deal. And requested me to translate the abridgment, which is 20%, I believe. The full book is 1,400 pages, and this was 270, if my memory is correct. Since I was not sure about myself so much, and I had close communication with Don Stevens, I asked his counsel what he thinks about this, if it's a good thing to do or not. And he gave me his go-ahead blessing. He said it's a good thing to do, to translate the Secret Doctrine.
This is Madame Blavatsky. Tell me, Theosophical Society, right? Yeah.
This also relates to the history of the beginning of the New Age spiritual groups in the world, in the Western world. Blavatsky found some masters in the Far East, as she declared, and she gave her these books by inspiration or whatever it is. It's very difficult, very complicated stuff. As I told you in the former sessions, I came to Baba through the anthroposophical group in Tel Aviv. And one of them, this Ilan Veg, who sent me to Keri Ben Shammai, he sent me to Keri Ben Shammai after I was there. And I thank him very much all my life. He served his role, and as I told you in the story, when he heard that I got the center, he asked me to come and take the Baba books for me. He went to Krishnamurti to ask his personal counsel. He met Krishnamurti in person, presumably, or went to his meetings. He had a difficult life. He needed some personal guidance. And Krishnamurti, if I'm not wrong, Baba said that he was a fifth plane master. Once I communicated over this issue with David Fenster, he expressed his doubts, but I remember it quite well that Baba said it somewhere. I think it doesn't matter. He definitely was an advanced soul. The fact, the reason is that Baba sent him a severe rebuke in the late 30s sometime. Baba said that he's not a world teacher, and presumably Baba sent him away. What we know is that when a person from fifth plane onwards, the masters don't permit them to fall down anymore. So after the Baba's rebuke, which he didn't come to him in person, but presumably through the planes, vibrationally, I think. It's my understanding. He quit. He resigned from his the whole stuff is any best. It was a whole big deal. He realized that he's not a world teacher, he's not a perfect master, he's an advanced human being. And he kept on teaching the people as he's supposed to do. Fifth plane master can bring people to the fifth plane. This is a very advanced state. I wish all of us would be there. Yes?
No, I was just saying hello. But you're saying Krishnamurti is the one who stopped. Is that you're talking about Krishnamurti, right? He continued.
Yes. this Ilan who brought me to Kerry he needed a living master, and he found he went to commune with the Krishnamurti in England or abroad somewhere. This is what I understood at that time.
Etzion,
And
we have about 5 minutes, 6 minutes left this before it's Huey's meeting. Then you can sit back and
okay,
just letting you know, the two meetings are back to back this time.
okay. So we have 5 minutes. We can say a few more words. As I said, I did the translation of it was from 2000 onwards for 7 years. I was working on the translation of the, besides other projects. I was doing it like, as Baba taught me to translate the discourses a few words a day, the same method I translated the Secret Doctrine. 270 pages of 7 years. It's a passage a day or something like this. Very hard material. And what happened after when I accomplished it in Meherabad in 2006 or 7, and 7 or 8 theosophists, we used to have a close relations, and wanted to hear about Meir Baba, and they printed some of his discourses in their monthly magazine, etc. And they gave me the opportunity to speak about Meir Baba in spiritual gatherings. So from them, a few thousands of people were touched by Baba, something which I didn't do, of course. I touched maybe a few dozens, maybe a couple of hundreds over the years.
In Israel, right? The office of in Israel you're talking about?
The Theosophical Society in Israel, they are very active. A few weeks ago, I was invited again to the meeting not far from Haifa. I live in Haifa, north of Israel. And I was invited for a meeting. They had a long weekend, half an hour drive from Haifa to the south, call it Zichron, the city. And there were 40 people attending a seminar. You cannot put 2-3 Babalavas for a weekend in a seminar. We used to have meetings of Babalavas. They came to my place. I used to come to their place. Sometimes we have gatherings of 20-30 people, but it was mainly this meditation group. And eventually all the people went, I don't know what happened to them. Since more than 20 years, no communication, almost no communication whatsoever with anyone.
Etzion, you say this meeting you had was what, a couple of weeks ago? Now in wartime, you got 40 people together for a theosophical meeting? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
They had a long weekend from Thursday till Saturday, and I was invited on Saturday morning to attend the meeting, and everybody was admiring me like a semi-god because I did the translation of the Secret Doctrine. You cannot believe what an admiration I have there.
It sounds like you should go join their group. You'll be happy.
Sorry?
I said, it sounds like you should go join them. You'll get better attention.
After that, I was invited for they have a Zoom meetings. They're reading the Secret Doctrine. I was invited to attend the Zoom meeting, and everybody was delighted that I'm the translator.
Wonderful.
And they will supposed to invite me again. So maybe things, because the relations were ended, there were all kinds of scratches, as I call it. When you're dealing with humans, it became too intense, and I think some thought who knows, I have all kinds of aspirations, and I want to, I don't know, take over something or influence. But when I work, everything is transparent. I said, I gave philosophical meetings. And I was ask the people if they want to study the material of Meir Baba on the sanskaras. I always make things transparent. Everybody knows what I'm doing. There's nothing hidden behind. There's no dark spots, nothing. Everything is on the horizon.
they want to hear? They wanted to hear what Baba had to say about sanskar.
They were very impressed with Baba's
That's
six discourses, which I said these are the most fundamental discourses of Baba are the three discourses on the ego and the three discourses on sanskars. I think such discourses never given to humanity at all the past 10,000 years. That's the way I see it.
wonderful. Yeah.
Incredible the way it's not easy, but then nothing is easy. We have to work. It's part of our work.
You have to keep us informed how you are getting along now with the Theosophists. See how.
Yeah, but I am doing more things. One of my articles, heart realm maintenance. It's on my website. Maybe one day I wish we would read it.
Okay.
It is going to be published in the Anthroposophical magazine. I have a relations with them also. I sent them a few articles and they want to publish it in their upcoming issue. And when it will be printed, I'll present it to you.
Okay. Do.
There's no Baba name there. With anthroposophist, a theosophist can speak about Meir Baba, not with anthroposophist. It is no to speak about Eastern Master, and if somebody calls himself Avatar, this is not acceptable because Steiner says the Avatar will not come. He came 2,000 years ago, he's not going to come again.
Oh, I see. Well,
So it is, they're very strict and very rigid about this. A few times I had many meetings with anthroposophical people in Jerusalem. While I was living in Jerusalem, I used to come to the meetings, and here and there, I used to say something. And from where you're saying it, from where it's coming. They used to worry all the time about Lucifer and Harriman. If you, there are all kinds of devils in the cosmos, and we have to be very careful about them. And I was saying things, they say, this is Luciferic. What you're saying is Luciferic. You know, they're very conservative. It's a little bit funny. Eventually, I got tired of this nonsense and I walked away. I told them everything is inside here. All the devils are here. We created all these devils in ignorance. That's what we do.
okay, folks, this is the end of the Etzion Becker session. What on this note of Lucifer and and the devils. No.
Start now creating angels.
I'm checking my head to see if I have any of these little horns.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording now. We don't record this.
This is your